Hello, welcome. My name is Obinako. Welcome. Today I want to share with you 5 skills that you need to learn as an entrepreneur. 5 skills that you need to learn as an entrepreneur. And skill is built out of knowledge and out of discipline, putting that knowledge to work. It takes time for us to build or to become an expert at anything. It takes not less than 10 years for you to be skilled in any particular thing. If you pick the best of musicians, the best of political leaders, the best of scientists, the best of entrepreneurs, they have taken time to build skill. So skill comes with knowledge and it comes with time as well. And so today I want to share with you the same. The first skill is selling, your ability to sell. It's a skill that is developed over time. And if you look at the kind of economy that we run in Ghana, for instance, or mainly in Africa, much of our sales are done in the retail level or the wholesale level. We don't do a lot of the phone or the direct sales as other countries, which means that you have to learn how to sell. And if you're not doing it yourself or you're doing it with a team, you have to train them, because selling is something that brings the money. If you're not selling, you're not bringing the money. The best in any field, the best doctors, they sell. The best teachers, they are selling. Your ability to convince people to buy the service that you are providing is a skill. Selling does not really depend on who is buying, but so much on who is delivering the service or the product, your information, how you understand the economy, how you understand the product, the people who are buying from you, how you understand them, the culture. And when somebody says that they don't want to buy from you, does not mean that, or when they say that I'm not interested in this, it does not mean that they don't want to buy. They just want you to give them stronger argument as to why they should buy from you, part with their money. But most people, when they say that I'm not interested, they say, okay, thank you very much, because they're not skilled, they're not been trained consistently. The moment you pick somebody, for instance, in a business, you pick somebody, you train them, you know that they are going to take time to become skilled in that field. So with consistent training, in terms of knowledge and its practicality, with time they become skilled. So selling is a skill. You must learn that, and you have to know the stages and the things that are related in terms of selling. You don't just open business and you don't know how people are coming to buy from you, and you have not structured that. The next one is financial skills. You can run a business well if your financial skills are very low, and most businesses collapse because of bad financial decisions and choices. You didn't have to rent that place and you rented it. You didn't have to buy that car and you bought it. You didn't have to take that loan and you took it. You didn't have to even take that project and you took it. You were ordering that product and you were not doing the maths way to see how much margins that you could put on them, and whether your market was ready to pay for that kind of price for that particular product. So your ability to be able to separate these things and make right decisions on your finances go a long way to help. Maybe you didn't have to employ those people the time that you employ them based on their finances. Maybe you had to do more advert. Maybe you didn't even have to do the advert in the first place. Your ability to make right decisions on the business in terms of the money will decide whether your business will survive or you will close. So financial skills, very much important. If they are weak, you struggle all the time. You can't grow into a big business if your financial skills are low. No, and it's built on right financial information. The next one is entrepreneurship skill. Entrepreneurship is a skill. Being able to spot an idea and build infrastructure, a business around it. Being able to design a business, coming up with the business names, taking a position, a location for the business, maybe doing it from your office or doing it from your home. Being able to spot the right talent, the right people to connect with. Being able to encourage yourself constantly and study and keep learning and overcome the mistakes and the atrocities that you meet. The betrayers, they are all part of the entrepreneurship journey, and it's a skill for you to maneuver your way all through this to a phase where the business starts to work. Most people are not comfortable with losses and pain. They are not comfortable with disagreement. They are not comfortable with people saying that I'm not going to work with you again. They are not comfortable with people stealing their money, taking their money from them. They think that everything else will be perfect. That is not the kind of skill that you need as an entrepreneur. You expect anything can happen at any time, but then you are building skill to deal with what happens. It's not so much what happens, it's so much as to how you deal with what happens. So you're building your skill set, you're building your strength, you're building your emotions, you're building the mindset needed, you're pushing for the business to work. The skill set of an entrepreneur, finance is one of them. The ability to create a product or build structures and systems, ability to understand a particular industry, the taxes and all those are part of entrepreneurship skill. And you being able to even push yourself from one stage to the other. Sometimes people will become despondent, become very much hopeless because something that they expected to work didn't work. Can you come up with that courage and that boldness and create that hope for yourself and for everybody who is connected to you or the people who work with you? When everything else seems not working, can you create that hope? Can you be the one and encourage the team? That is what entrepreneurship really is about, and it's a skill. The next one is the product development skill or process development or the product that you sell. Can you develop a product? What is it that you sell? What is your advantage? Maybe it's a retail business. Maybe it's a construction business. Can you build the houses? Or maybe you are producing books. Do you know technicalities as to the business that you're in and how to do it well? It's so crucially important. So you must have a concept, you must have a product, you must be able to design a process, a system that your business is into. You can't say that you are into rental business and you don't know how a house is rented, or you don't know how the agreement is formulated. You can't say that you are into real estate company. You are invest and you don't know how to mobilize the money. You don't know how to put manage a contractor, or even how to put a team to do the construction. You don't know how to manage the whole processes. Then you are going to go through a lot. So it takes skill over time. Maybe you are into production. Maybe you are into processing. Do you know how those things are built well? And because until you are skilled in that, your business is not going to have continuous success, continuous growth. Consistent growth is out of skill, which is built over time. So the next one is leadership. You should be able to provide the right leadership. When you start a business, you have automatically become a leader. Whether you're leading yourself. If a client needs a product, before maybe you could sleep 5 hours or 10 hours and you didn't care. Now you say that you supply, let's say, books to people, and your clients are calling you and say that I'm asleep. You even put your phone off. You are not providing the leadership. You are not providing the leadership. You should be consistent. You should be dependable, and that calls for leadership. When nobody is working with you still, because there are so many components of the business that you just started, that you must be the one that we can depend on. Leadership is nothing but leadership is nothing but how we can depend on your word. That's the leadership. When you say you will deliver, you deliver. When it doesn't work, you hold yourself responsible. Leadership is a responsibility. You say that I am responsible for this. I am responsible for this. So you can count on me. When you are buying something from that business and they keep failing you, they keep lying, it means there's no leadership in that business. There is a problem and nobody is owning up. Then it means that there's no leadership. Leadership is a responsibility. It doesn't mean that just the good. Some people, they only show up when everything has worked and they are on TV and then there is on camera and everybody else is applauding. They say that, oh, I'm the one responsible. No, usually the one who is really the leader may not even show up because he's tied so much after delivering that his strength is in the responsibility. So provide the leadership, and it's a skill. Leadership is a skill. You set the agenda, you put the resources together, people will look up to you. You don't break, you don't crack, you don't give up at the middle of the fight. You're not a leader. You don't give up. You have to be somebody that can assume hope, can when we see you, when everything else is down, when you show up, we start to get hope. We start to believe that this is doable. That's leadership. You solve problems. You stay with the process until it is done. So my name is Obin Darko. I'm talking about 5 skills that you need as an entrepreneur, that you need to learn as an entrepreneur. It's a skill, and skill is built over time. And they say that it takes a lot of time for you to become an expert in anything. Wherever field that you work, whether you are a nurse, whether you're a teacher, wherever field that you work, after they train you from school, you still have to be trained on the field. And a lot of the times after the school training, you still need not less than 10 years to keep going for you to become an expert in any field at all. Anything that you start at the point of you starting, not everything will go on as expected. But if you stay with the process, you become an expert in that field. And so I'm saying that the same with entrepreneurship, and 5 key areas that you need to learn as an entrepreneur. The selling is a skill. You must learn that. Not only with yourself, but with your team, with the people you work with. You know, and then the next one is the finance is a skill. You must learn that. How you are making decisions. They will eventually show in the results that you're getting. The next one is the entrepreneurship itself is a skill. It's a skill. The next one is also the product skills, the service, whatever that you're providing. It's a skill. The structures that you can build, the systems that you can build, they are all skills to get the thing that you have promised people that you deliver. It's a skill. You have to stay with the process to master that. And then the last one that I talk about is leadership. It's a skill. You don't run away. One thing about leadership is that when there is results and when there is progress, when there is profit, everybody will show up to say that, you see, they say that failure has no parent or no friend. It's true. It's an orphan. When you fail, everybody else will leave you. Very few people will stay with you. When you see that people are moving to this man, it's because it's getting results. That's human nature, and it's fine, and it should not. That's why when your business is not working, when everything else is failing around you, most people will, most of the politicians you see that now people are in their houses all the time. When they are out of power, nobody will call them. I'll tell you. Nobody will call them, and that's the time when you call them, they will pick. When they are in power, and you call them, they will say, "I'm busy, I'm busy." When they are no more there, you see that nobody is calling them. You see, so it is responsibility. Leadership is a responsibility. You don't crack. You don't break down because there's pressure. You have to become stronger. It doesn't so much matter how much is coming at you. It matters how much you are training yourself to be able to carry. How much you're training yourself to be able to carry. And because entrepreneurship is that tough, and if you don't build for it, the fight can come from everywhere. It can come from your partners, it can come from money, it can come from the product, it can come from the government, it can come from everybody. Sometimes the least expected place for anything to go wrong will be the place that everything will go wrong. But it doesn't even matter